Hey guys, welcome to another week of Surge Online. I don't know what week it is, but it's a good number in. We'll go with that. We hope you're all doing okay. Tonight we have an exciting night lined up. We have the latest Biscuit challenge this week. Our good friend Ben Gregory is partaking in the challenge, so we'll see how he gets on. And we also have Laura bringing us a great word and talk tonight, so we'll look forward to that. So yes, hopefully you'll enjoy tonight. So here he is. Here is Ben performing with some biscuits.
Hi guys, how's it going? So it's my turn to do this week's Biscuit challenge. I've got to beat 24. You are looking at the Biscuit Maestro and you are in for a treat. Head's going back. Biscuits, by the way, gone for malted milk, 45p, Tesco Express. First biscuit. Here's the malted milk.
Hi everyone, so this week's verse of the week comes from Proverbs, and it's chapter 27 verse 17, and it says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." And this is basically talking about relationships. So for most of us that's probably going to be friendships, and it's about making sure that we have the right friendships, people who are good for us, that are building us up. It says that as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So that basically is talking about the fact that when we have good friendships, good positive relationships in our life, that we're going to build each other up, we're going to make sure that we're doing the right thing, going in the right direction, we're not going to be trying to get each other into trouble or do anything bad. And that we can be really good examples to everyone around us. So yeah, have a little think. Are there any relationships, any friendships that you think you should probably not be involved in? Are there some friendships that maybe you need to, like some people you need to reach back out to because they were really good for you, and you realise that actually you're not necessarily making really good choices right now. So yeah, that verse again is Proverbs 27 verse 17, and it's coming on the screen now.
Hi guys! I hope you're all doing very well and are in fine fettle in this not so very sunny weather at the moment that we are not having. Yes, apologies in advance for the lockdown here. Yes, one must decontaminate oneself after one's work. I don't quite know why one has gone into the Queen's speech, but one seems to have done that. Anyway, one has been asked... I'll stop. No, I can't do it. One has been asked to do a small speech type thing. No, not a speech. Little talky thing. Never a safe thing to ask me to do. Very sorry in advance, guys. However, I am going to speak to you on a little subject tonight and have notes, so bear with. One does waffle oneself quite a lot, and particularly if one does not have any notes. So if you see me looking down, it's not because I'm scared of my own face, although it is quite scary. It is because I have notes. Right, anyway, I would like you to think just for a few seconds this evening about focus. Yes, sure there was a song. Never mind. Yeah, so focus. Where is your focus at the minute? So I want you to think just for a few seconds about the things that you love and the things that you want to spend all your time doing. So that might be sports, it might be social media, catching up with all the latest celebs' news, Fortnite, never played it in my life, don't know if it's worth looking at or not. Anyway, I don't know, spending time with your mates, and that's all that really consumes your very desires. You know, like sometimes, guys, we have interests and passions and like desires for things, and that is fine, that's good. And then that's not a bad thing unless they are bad things. But once they take up, or they start to take up all of our attention, all of our time, and they take up what we call like that place in your heart, so the central place in your heart, once they start to take that place, then that's not good, because we were designed basically with this God-shaped hole in the center of us that nothing but God can actually fill. So when we start to fill that void with something that is not God, then it's unhealthy, not good for us. Yeah, so I mean, everybody goes through these struggles, guys. So for example, I quite often go through different struggles. Last week, for example, like I was struggling with certain things, and things were kind of pulling at me, and you know, just getting, you know, tempted and distracted by things, and that battle starts to commence for that central place in your heart. I often think, I did think about this the other day, and it's almost like temptations, kind of like the devil are dangling a big carrot in front of you, just tempting you to do something, and something that's attractive. Or in my case, it's almost like I am Dory the fish. Now, so anyone who's seen Finding Nemo, I'm like, basically that animal is me in animal form. I don't really understand, but anyway, so Dory, when she meets the little, I think the little jellyfish, so she meets the little light jellyfish, and it's like, wow, they're so bright, and she just kind of gets almost like transfixed by these things, and is so tempted by them, and she just goes to touch them, and she like gets stung by them. And I kind of think of temptations and stuff that distracts and pulls us away from God as things a bit like that. They kind of just but there's always lies behind those temptations, so it's always like, it's okay, just try this, it's okay, this is the thing that you need, this is going to fulfill everything that you've desired for however long in your entire life. But there's always lies behind that, and there's always stings behind that, because ultimately our main source of everything we need is God, because that's the truth of it. And anything that tells you otherwise, to say that this is the thing that actually you need and you need to be doing all the time because that's going to satisfy you, it's just a lie. It actually won't. So really, you know, when we think about it, the source of everything we need is in Him, because God is actually, and in truth is, and in Jesus and the Holy Spirit, so they're all one. But in Him we find that He is our healer, He's our provider, He's our comforter when we're sad, He's our counsellor, He can be our best friend. He, you know, we can just talk to Him like I'm talking to you now, and that is perfectly fine. We don't have to get down on the knees and start to pray like that. You just talk. And he is, you know, He can be our guide, our Father, our source of love, joy, peace, literally everything that we need, guys, we can find in Him. It's not always easy, and you know, this stuff, it does distract, you know, things distract us all the time. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of the Bible to you tonight, guys, from the book of Hebrews 11. And in Hebrews 11 it talks about these people of great faith who believed in something so strongly that they did some amazing feats, such as Moses, if you've ever heard of Moses, and the children of Israel. They passed through this massive sea. The sea was parted, like God parted the sea for them, and they walked through on dry land and went through that sea towards the land that they'd been promised for years. there's many stories about such people like that, but also there's stories in here of people who had such faith and belief in what they believed in, that they were willing to actually lay down their lives for. And it talks of the people who were actually tortured and were mocked and were put in prison and were stoned to death because they weren't willing to lay down their faith for something else that they were being tempted towards. And not that we're in that place in this country at the moment, being stoned to death for our faith, although there are places in the world that happens, I believe. But every day there may be something that you go through that might not seem on such a grand scale, but every day we have temptations and things that distract us and have that power to wage war for that central place in our hearts that really only solely belongs to God, because that's the place, and that's the place that God designed for him to be. So what do we do when we're just completely distracted by everything, and that seems to take up all of our hearts, and it's not healthy for us? Well, it says here about stripping off every weight. So if you recognise that there's something that isn't healthy, it's not doing you any good, it's overtaking your life, you're consumed by it, seek out somebody that knows God, that can help you, but also just to try and put that to one side. But I believe putting it to one side, but also focusing on Jesus, who says is the author and the finisher of our faith. And I believe as we put our eyes on him, who is the source of everything we need and the source of true life and truth itself, then the power that those temptations have over us does lessen the more that we spend time, talking to him, reading his word, the Bible, just talking like I'm doing now. I waffle to God, I'm sure, as much as I waffle to you guys, but it's just that relationship with him on a daily basis, and he's just really longing for that, because he knows as well that that's what we're made for. That's how we can find real life, real joy and real peace. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I cannot wait to see you all again. Oh, researcher, by the way, if you're watching this, get them goggles off your head. You know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, love you. Bye.
Well, guys, this is the end of this week's Surge Online. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it and you're all behaving yourselves in semi-lockdown now. We are looking forward to seeing you all very soon, hopefully, and keep your eyes peeled upon all of our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram accounts for all the latest info on potential returns and all other exciting information we will provide you with. So over the next few weeks, obviously it is now the summer holidays, which I am very pleased about. Whether you are or not, I'm not sure, because obviously you guys have been locked within your parents and siblings and whoever else you're living with for a very long time, so it must be very frustrating for some of you, to be fair. So maybe it's not the greatest time for some holiday, but we still have it. So in the next few weeks, we're going to do things a little bit differently on Surge Online. It's still going to be on throughout the summer, and we're going to be sharing lots of different cool things from Limitless. Obviously, we're supposed to be going to Limitless Festival this year, which obviously isn't now on, but they are doing something online, so we'll be sharing all the stuff that they're going to be putting up. And also, we're going to share from different talks from Soul Survivors that we've been to over the last few years, because they are really cool things, as well as another few different cool things as well. So we hope you enjoy them. So you may not see us as often in the next few weeks, but we will be here, and you will be having a lot of content that is very, very good. All right, guys. So thank you for watching tonight. We love you all, and please do remember to check out all of our social media pages. Thanks, guys. See you soon.